Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Types of Marketing series. Today, we'll cover search engine optimization. Search engine optimization basically, you have to optimize your site for searches, mostly within Google. You rank higher for keywords within Google because Google comprises of around 90% of search. So there are various processes how you do that, and various techniques. It has evolved over a long period of time. I mean, Google search engine has been there for around 25 years. And initially, when it came, obviously, it was just basic. I mean, keywords, if you had relevant there, or you would, I would say, even stuff certain keywords which are in your domain, what people are searching for, and then they land on, you want them to land on your business page. But it's evolved today that there are a lot of things related to the relevancy and how good that particular site is, in terms of the experience for the particular users. And also, and they say there are around 200 signals that Google judges on in terms of the ranking. Obviously, they don't disclose, that's proprietary, but generally, they give out a kind of indicators on what, on the basis of what is they are being ranked. And then obviously, over the period of time, SEO today is a huge stream. There is a complete, like, huge companies have SEO department. So they see what is being ranked, what is not being ranked. That is their responsibility, right? Like, what activities have to be done to in order to be ranked. Awesome. So now let us start off this session. Firstly, what is SEO? So basically, like, if I would say a definition, SEO is search engine optimization, is the process used to optimize the website's technical configuration, content relevance, and link popularity. So its pages can become easily findable, more relevant, and popular towards user search queries. And as a consequence, search engines rank them better. So to define, obviously, this is a general term, but we that's what we get, that is all the activities that are done so that, you know Google can, the bots of Google can crawl you well, and you show up in the search, basically. So crawlability, and obviously the relevancy also, it is about the authority in terms of how much time the site has been there, how much traffic it is getting, and all, and how many, like, general organic views over a period of time. So all that also has an effect on it. So majorly, why should you do SEO? Why should you, as a company, invest in SEO, like keeping in-house team, or hiring an agency for the same? So firstly, it is a free, like, technically free, like, in terms of it's not paid, like, you have Google ads and all. So that would, I would say, the first benefit that would come in it. Then it increases organic delivery and high profile website traffic. See, basically, if somebody searches for something, a product or a service, then you have a very completely hooked audience, right? They want that particular product or service. That's why they are searching for it, or something around that topic. So they are in your TG. So you want them to then, go to your site and check it out, and then maybe later become a customer. So very high level audience, in terms of where you have pretty much, like you say, na, these are hot leads, basically. So you would kind of define them as that. It has a good ROI comparatively to other marketing channels. It improves credibility and trust. If you Google something in a particular domain, and the company's site links come up, then it gives more credibility that the potential customers see that there is something good in this business. Subconsciously also it would come out that there's something that that is why it's ranking higher on the Google search results. Uh, Basically, also it targets the entire marketing funnel. uh, what I mean by this is that you have three things, obviously: top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, bottom funnel. So as from a person who just shows an interest to becoming your customer, he has to go through this entire funnel. So in search and optimization, that same person can come search for it, say on Google, about different things. It could be in different parts of the funnel, right? So you have to, I mean, you are ranked if your website links are in the different parts when he's searching for it. Then anywhere it can be, like in the funnel, it is relevant. You have to be search engine optimized. It is the key to search visibility. So this is so important. I mean, you can Google any kind of a brand, and you can see that complete. It'll have that Google listing as a. It could be as a business, or it's a complete story about him. So that is a major thing in the branding, right? I mean, if you generally Google something and nothing, I mean, in a structured way comes out, then you don't get a good impression of that particular brand, right? You say that, okay, yeah, I don't know something. Even Google is not giving me much information on the same. So Google has to know a lot about you. So you considered a really well branded company. Um, so majorly, the Google search rankings, they are on the EAT concept, EAT. So it is on expertise. Um Expertise would come in that you have content explaining that particular domain or about the product services. The TG, you are solving their queries. You are they are reading a lot of or seeing your content or hearing about it or something like that. Secondly, it would they are saying authority, that you have a great site. It is optimized site technically also, and you have a lot of in terms of reach, in terms of people coming on the site. They have decent amount of traffic, and the trust. Trust would be correlated here. I would say technically is you're getting a lot of website visits and people are staying on your site for quite a long time, right? They are trusting, either they're getting information or they are buying something on your site or something like that. So there is something. So this EAT would be expertise, authority, and trust. This is a major part of the Google ranking. If you would like kind of break it up more, it would be what you need to have is a consistent publication of high quality content. Uh, why today every brand is, or every company is like a media company? Why they're putting out so much of content out there? Is because they want to rank, and rank will get them that branding, that visibility, that sales from their, if you could say, directly from their online site, their e-commerce store and all that. Then you have your keywords. You should have your keywords in your different tags, good amount of backlinks. You are having some kind of a niche expertise that is coming out. You have experts, they're talking about different subjects. That is all on your site, or from your social media channels is coming on your site. There's a good amount of engagement on your site. uh, Internal links are there, and obviously mobile first, it has to be there. I mean, mobile enabled, I mean, site also, obviously, and on the app also, right? Like, I cannot say that any major brand, they don't have a an app of their own. So it's kind of important. These are all the things that the benefits of SEO, as well as uh, the reasons why, the factors that are important in ranking in general. Awesome. So now let's talk about the components of SEO? What are the major things that come if you're actually part of the marketing of a brand and then you are talking about SEO? What would be within that? So firstly, we would have technical SEO. You should have your site organized. You have your site map. You have your all your pages well built. They are coded. They are in a structured way on the they are hosted. So these are kind of the basics. Without that, the bots are not even going to crawl. The Google bots, they're not going to crawl on your site. So technically, it has to be sound. You have generally smaller businesses where they don't have their own coders who are looking at their site, or it's not, their business is not like an online business. So you would have some kind of a digital marketing agencies which are technically strong. They are creating those websites and apps, and also you point them to look after this particular thing, which would come under the technical SEO part of it. Then you would have your off-page SEO. So, what are the where are you are kind of getting links from? Where are the backlinks? What are the people? What are the activities you are doing that other people are linking to your particular site, right? How much are you being talked about, right? What media channels and all are coming on? A very important thing, like this is an interesting thing also, like on Wikipedia, for example, if you want your particular page or something, then you have to have media outlets, have talked about you, the media site. So you're getting backlinks from them, right? Even if somebody wants to get that blue tick, say on Instagram, Twitter, and also that is checked, how many media sites are talking about them, what are the articles that they have published about them. So they get a idea of the popularity of yours in the domain, because that's an important factor in getting that kind of celebrity kind of blue tick in it. So SEO is also like unofficially like that in off page, that you have to have a lot of other people posting about you and all, and that you get the backlink. So that is a field in itself, that how do you get these particular off page SEO. Then you have on page SEO, is majorly your content, how it is structured, your site. So you have different headings in it, and then different content categories. So your on page, may you have to make sure that your majorly searched keywords, or the what people will search and they will come, maybe then will come to your site. Those all are being covered in the content on your site, in forms of the articles or the videos, or you could have your podcast or something like that, or the audio. Today even we have the audio articles and all, like where people are don't want to read it but they would like to hear. So all this content, uh, you have to make sure it's SEO. So you could have like a content manager and all, and he's looking after what kind of content would come and all that, brainstorming in that and execution and all. But the SEO part of all it also, you have to have to be aware of that, right? What would impact, what is the, you have content, so you say you have written an article, but is it SEO friendly? So the keywords that are used in it, um, in terms of where all they are within that, right? They shouldn't be that keyword stuffing. It should seem natural, so it would like appeal to a human as well as a Google bot when it's crawling it. So all these are part of the on page SEO process. Then you have your content, that is the main thing. So uh, this would go beyond, say, the on page part of it, where you even have externally, like social media, certain aggregator sites like forums, Quora and all. So where people are talking about that topic, and then from that conversation you're getting the link to your site. So you have to be part of those conversations. You have to go to all these kind of forum sites or the blogs or something, and things are being mentioned there, and you're answering that, then that backlinking to your particular site. Um, so wherever there is a opportunity that your content can come in a relevant way in different places of the net where they are discussing about directly indirectly about your products or services, that you have to be all out there. Now there's a very important tool, which is a free tool, which is called the Google Search Console. So this is mandatory to be used honestly in as a a site owner. You have various things within this features which are very appealing to the particular, and gives you a lot of information what you have to work on for improving the search engine optimization or crawlability of your site. So it'll give you really important information, like from which keywords are people coming on your site through. So this is all the organic traffic. So where from which keywords you are getting the maximum traffic, right? Like you can just that you get that information. Um, in terms of people coming the, so you have clicks, impressions, your average click through rate, your average position. So for different keywords, what is the position that you have? Google periodically it will index the bots. They will index your site, so it will show you exactly like when was the last time a particular page has been indexed. It'll inspect your URLs, like are they properly named or placed and all, and how you can improve the same. It'll tell you about your speed of the site also, like so. Is it at an optimized rate? Because that is the Google cares about the user experience. If Google search is showing up sites where the experience is not good, like you have pop-ups coming up or it's very slow, the speed of the loading process, and also then it'll rank you lesser. Your sitemap is there. What you have to upload, you can directly do it. What are the links, backlinks you're getting from different sites? How mobile friendly is your site and all, and what all improvements you can do. So many things. So the Google Search Console is something you should be using as a marketer. Awesome. So, what are the trends in SEO? So, what is happening now within SEO, right? What should we uh, pay attention to within SEO? So, this is an important question because generally what we have covered is the principles and that we are working on mostly, but there are so many new things coming out because majorly I would say SEO is dominated by Google. So, what is it in the Google algorithm that is you have to make changes on your site or in the back end of your on front end or back end that it'll appeal more. So firstly, you should create high quality long form content. There's an impression earlier that only short format content will work because people are more interested, and once they read a little bit of it they'll be more, they don't have time. But I think today long format content also, in terms of podcast or long videos, you can like break it up, like say on YouTube you have timestamps and all, or even in podcast or something like that. So you can kind of break it up, but high quality long form content is definitely ranking. Also, there is more democratization they are putting in the search, because earlier what was happening was that, say, with a domain authority you can kind of get away with a site which is not that relevant. That's why a lot of irrelevant search would come. You would search for some information, and then some particular big brand's e-commerce store would come. So that that experience was not good on Google. So now they are democratizing it, where the domain authority part of it they are putting less importance. So this gives an opportunity to so many marketers out there, that even with the smaller brands who cannot afford, a huge in-house SEO team or a big agency to do the same, they can be, work on the other parts of it, where you have your relevancy of your content, or how good the content is people, so the people are, in terms of staying more on your page and all that, right? So those factors watch, like in YouTube you have the watchers, and also here in the sites you'll have, say, the time they stay on your site or something like that. So these are things which are coming up, more. uh, there are now more places where you have to kind of appeal to. You have optimization for the apps on the Google App Store. That is getting, processes are being made to do that, because majorly a lot of business are app based. They want you to come on the app, and then whether there's a service or it's a e-commerce or whatever, or there's a game or something, so you want to rank higher. So they are focusing on ranking on the Google Play Store, App Store. Um, a lot of AI tools, content tools can be used. So these AI content tools, they suggest to you, what content you should focus on. So these should be used, because at the end of the day, the what we want is most probably what the people want to view, right? So you should have more content in that direction. And if there is a major, like a tool which is for that, then you just offhand, doing it off your experience, it would help you a lot, right? um, so also search engines, let's say the Bing search engine, also you should, like, look at factors for them in ranking, because market share of Bing is a little bit increasing now. Also Apple, I would say the browser search also, like, that would appeal. There are so many people with the Apple devices, and also what does it take to rank on, the Apple, say, the browser search engine or something. So these all things are, it's becoming more important, because the market share of Google was so much. Obviously now there are other places where their search is, they are enhancing the search, they have a huge audience. So then the audience wants to then directly search. You don't want to go out of those, device experience and then go on to Google or something. So ranking for those search engines is also important. Awesome. So let's go now to the Q&A section. So we'll cover some questions from the audience, any kind of doubts they have, or anything they want more information and all. So let us go for the same. How does SEO work for e-commerce stores? So SEO basically, e-commerce stores where you look at more products, like, say, you have, say, apparel or something. So you search for a particular T-shirt. What do you say blue T-shirt or printed shirt or something like that. So those, it's mainly like ranking for a particular, one keyword that is there. It's not any like a long tail keyword, if you were a short tail keyword. So um, your page containing that particular e-commerce page containing that shirt or something, so you have to have a really, well covered description with having all the relevant keywords in it. And reviews should be there, right? Like that you are getting a lot of, backlinks out of that, say reviews on other particular sites. That's where, I mean, say, the affiliate marketing part would also become part of the SEO process in it. So SEO would be a factor. I won't say a major factor in e-commerce, because they are, e-commerce majorly dominated by a few companies. And like, you have a Google shopping feature, right? So when you Google anything, I'm sure 80% of the audience, they will not scroll down for the organic listing. They will just see it in the Google shopping list, which is given beautifully with the images, the product, and also that's a separate department of Google where there is a kind of they are definitely paying Google for coming up on that, or if not that, then they are the major sites which are kind of ranking and all. But it's a complete end-to-end business, so it could be with a service or this thing. It would even, like, say you want to stay in a hotel, you Google it, right? You get all the rates of the different aggregator sites also, right? So how does this happen? It's a complete paid feature where they are paying Google for particular ranking. It's like you have to understand how the PPC works, basically. When you have to understand this particular thing, we'll get more bang for the buck. So, but definitely a certain small amount SEO would come, which would be uh, the general factors only. You Here, I would say just the difference would be the descriptions, right? That you have of your product. So those kind of have to have certain amount of keywords, because not only is that human, when a person comes and he's seeing out the description, the specs, and all, he's seeing also like you can have certain videos also there, uh, which can be, say, linked to YouTube or something like that, like a review of that product or unboxing or something like that. So these all have a factor so that you can rank higher in those particular products. Okay, great. How much time does it take to rank for competitive keywords? So this is very general. Like, it will depend on so many factors that we have talked about. But any agency, I mean, or any business, when they are hiring in a particular agency, they can't expect like in less than 6 months to rank for the competitive keywords, and that also, say, to come on the first 2 or 3 pages also, right? Because this is a long drawn out process. The bigger brands who've been already in it, they have started the process. SEO has been relevant for more than 10 years now. So you have processes, the companies who are in businesses already identified that. So you're competing with them, like you as a new company, and you want to rank for certain keywords, and also it's a very long drawn out process. Companies who are impatient in this process, or who are not on top of the game in terms of how SEO works, aren't able to identify how to judge the particular agency on what it's doing so that it is in on the part to rank, they will lose out, because this is not a short term thing, right? Nobody, if you want a short term thing, you have a lot of money, you will go in for the performance marketing part of it. So you should focus on that more than, like, but SEO, since so many benefits, you should work on it, but you can't keep it initially linked to getting sales and all. It can be a part of, let's say, just investing towards the brand, right? That, because later you will get a lot of free organic great traffic from there. So you got to be patient in the process and take it step by step. What is the relation SEO and social media? Major. So when you're talking about off page, major part of it is social media. You are getting a lot of links from social media. People are coming on, say, your Instagram page, they are seeing it, and they are going to the product page directly, right? Like, they see something, it's related to, say, you have an e-commerce store and all. But today, even I would say, with the social commerce coming in, even they are not like going on that, right? They don't want to jump to that another hoop to buy. Like, they could directly buy it from Instagram and all. But honestly, coming to this, the SEO and social media, it is a major part of it. So you have a business which is getting a lot of traction on social media, that will have a major impact on your ranking, your website ranking. on Google. So if you are very in terms of your poor on social media, in terms of your performance on it, in terms of getting views or any kind of engagement, then that has a major impact on the SEO, because social media is majorly where you'll get the backlinks. So if the backlinks are not coming, then Google cannot say if whether you are having a good amount of expertise or people want to, interact with your site. So you have to be active in it in on social media to get the bang for buck on the SEO. Is SEO important in the consumer goods industry? So honestly, as per my experience, this is as a consumer goods, it's not necessary to focus that much on SEO, because majorly in the consumer goods, I would say if you look at in terms of like a scale, the cheaper your product is, the lesser importance in SEO. Say if you want to buy a biscuit or a chocolate, or so that would come under FMCG. Like, do you Google the same? No, you will go to some, say, the Big Basket or any of these sites, right? So there where you're relevant on those major e-commerce stores or within Google Shopping or something, that would be more uh, important, because people are not like kind of searching about it that much, right? Even if say you want to go to a restaurant or something certain, you would go on those aggregator sites. So being on the aggregator sites is more important than on a general, like, um, you want to say visit what are the good cafes and all, you might do a Google search and all, but end of the day the links and all, they are coming, even if you see the first major links, they will come on that Zomato or Swiggy or something like that, right? So because these particular sites are dominating on that particular content that is there, which is for those particular products or services or anything. So I would say it's not that important to focus on. You should have certain activities happening. You should have that kind of a hygiene wherein technically you're sound on that, which will have more impacts beyond SEO anyway. So, but in terms of seeing it as something which would directly you can correlate to getting business. So you cannot judge the SEO performance there with the sales, right? So you can't do that in the consumer goods industry. It would be more part of hygiene as well as your branding about it. Like people, if they are looking you up, searching and all that, then and then more important for high value goods, like if somebody is going to purchase a car or something, then he'll do more searches, and also maybe on the search engine there should be relevant content about you and content which would then contribute to that person's decision of going ahead with your product or service. Okay, what is the relevance of SEO in B2B? So major, because in B2B, the people who are going to purchase your particular, like if you take an example of a software, they will do the Google searches. So majorly your SEO is a major a part of your whole marketing process. It will dominate your marketing process. Um, if you are a B2B marketer, then your knowledge about how the whole SEO thing works is extremely important, because that would be what you'll be working daily on. And majorly what are the, you'll like divide, you'll have a huge list of keywords, and then you would divide it into different categories, in terms of the product services, what is the TG searching for, what they're interested in. And you will see the performance on a weekly basis, what is the ranking, and there'll be discussions on it. So it's such a major part of the B2B process, and it contributes, it is one of the biggest contributor in the sales of the B2B services. Awesome. So it's been a great session on search engine optimization, uh, where I covered all the basics about it, the benefits, components, trends, and everything, and answered a few questions from you and all. So thanks a lot. Thanks for joining me. A lot of interesting episodes coming up in the types of marketing. Major part of doing this is to get a general idea even to non-marketers how uh, today relevantly in terms of relevance what all marketing types are there. There are so many headings that under marketing that you have to kind of work on to get your particular or achieve your marketing objectives. So this gives a kind of a good idea on the same. Awesome. Thanks a lot. Thanks for joining me. And on the top right, you can go to my particular QR code. You can scan it. Go to my Linktree link where you can then approach me for any kind of digital marketing projects and all. And definitely we can work together. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for your time, and I'll see you.